All right, welcome back to NVC Dudes. I'm Brian.
I'm James. So, hey, last time we talked about spirituality, and I think Brian, you had a little topic, something about judgment and workplace kind of stuff. So,
Yeah,
yeah, what's up with that, man?
yeah. I was telling a little bit of a story, and I think maybe people could relate to this because, in a lot of times in our jobs, we are judged at the end of the year about our performance, right? Like how we did in our job. Sometimes they write up, um, things you have to review and sign and say, yeah, this is what I did this year, and here's the judgment around how I did if I did well or not. And sometimes there are other people that are coworkers that have input about you've done your job. And so I was kind of experiencing that today because I received some feedback and I immediately um, interpreted something that was said as a judgment, and it was really bothering me for quite some time, a couple hours. It just kept spinning in my head as my jackals were telling me that it was I had done something wrong. I was lazy in my job. I didn't do something and
So
should
you
have
were
done better.
lazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think we oftentimes do that. We're interpreting things that come to us, and we have our jackal ears on, and then we're completely receptive to uh, those criticisms. And now suddenly I'm beating myself up because I didn't do a good job. You know.
yeah. So can we just like empathize with the judgments? Like I didn't do a good job. Um, what was the other one? Or is that the main one?
Yeah, I didn't do a good job, or yeah, I failed to complete a task if somehow, like I missed something, right? I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are hard things to hear. Um,
Yeah. So is that maybe around you're wanting to show competence,
yeah,
like skill?
definitely. Yeah, I want to show competence. I want growth. I want to have skill in what I do. Yeah, for sure. Like I want there to be positive results when I interact with people at work. I don't want to be seen as, somebody who didn't do something.
Yeah. So you want your efforts and maybe your intentions to be seen and to have an effect, have an impact in your workplace.
Exactly. Yeah. I want them to know that I'm trying and that I'm working as hard as I can, right? And uh, we're fallible. We all make mistakes, but it's definitely something I'm imposing on myself because it's not in a space where I'm going to potentially lose my job. It's like these are what people have seen about how I show up at work and maybe how I could show up a little bit better. I mean, they might be just constructive criticisms, but my jackals are telling me that I'm really screwing this up.
So your inner judgments, yeah.
Yeah,
So you're really screwing this up. Yeah, as a
exactly.
message. And
And there's a safety part of that, right? Like I want to be able to have my job and my salary, my benefits, all that stuff sort of wrapped up in that, in my job. And if I were to lose that, then there might be some suffering involved. Some,
yeah, yeah. So you're
yeah,
scared to lose that support
right.
that they're giving you with that paycheck.
Exactly. Yeah. Pay my rent, food on my table, all that good stuff. So yeah, I just thought that would be that would resonate with a lot of our viewers that probably have that going on sometime in their life. Hearing the criticism is a big part of you everybody hears that. Everybody hears criticisms. It's part of how we operate in our brain. But that's the beauty of NVC, like, is to be able to take that, realize that that's what we're doing, right? We're seeing it differently now. We're going, oh, look what's happening right now. I'm having this awareness, and now I need to figure out what's going on with me that I'm hearing this judgment.
Mm. Yeah. So just talking about what you did and what was helpful is that you were able to look inside of yourself, give yourself some empathy, which is, hey, recognizing I'm having a judgment.
Yeah,
I'm judging myself. I have this story that I'm, you know, not doing it right or messing up, and that you connected with your needs to be seen, to be competent, and maybe some fear around supporting yourself. And so just connecting with that heart energy allowed you to feel some relief. Is that about right?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. Although
Yes.
it doesn't go away immediately, but at least I'm aware of it, and it's not going to keep me up at night. It's like I'm going, all right, this is what's going on for me, and I'm also telling myself that if I were to go to this person that I work with and say, hey, what's up with this judgment you have of me? They might respond as if saying, it wasn't a judgment. That was simply just, something that maybe you could do in the future that would help your job. And so, we're good at telling stories about things we hear, and I think that's part of our suffering, is that we we make up these stories and
Yeah.
catastrophize, right? Yeah, this is all going to go downhill. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say our, I'm sensing that there's something about wanting to contribute to the wider knowledge of the community, right?
Yes. Yes.
But hearing that that it was helpful to you to go through that process.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely owning all of my my judgments, and certainly in the situation. But yeah, as a greater community, I think we all run into this at some point, whether it's at work or with a family member. I mean, we're going to run into interpreting statements and turning them into these judgments, because these are the stories that we're telling ourselves based on our own experience, right? Past experience. So,
Yeah,
and things that we're afraid of.
totally. I do it all the time.
Exactly. You're not alone, everybody. You're not alone.
Not alone. That's
All
good.
right. Well, that's it for this episode. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Have a good one.